Hillary's America. The best-selling author Dinesh D'Souza and Fox News contributor Herman Cain both join us. It's great to see you. So Dinesh, the stat just came out that the networks, the broadcast networks, devoted vastly more time, 15 to 30 minutes extra per night of primetime coverage of the DNC over the RNC. Obviously, they're full-blown for Hillary. What should the Republican response be? Ignore it? Complain about it? What's the right thing?
Well, I think that this is why we made this movie, Hillary's America, because we wanted to blow the cover on the whole Democratic narrative. And the Democratic narrative is that we are the party for the little guy.
Yes.
We're the party for the ordinary man. We've always been there for women. We've always been there for minorities, for immigrants. Now, in reality, the Democratic Party has been the deadly adversary of the common man. It's been the enslaver, the segregator, the lyncher of minorities. It has passed the most restrictive immigration laws ever passed in this country's history. This is the actual story of the Democratic Party. Now, not one word about any of this from Philadelphia. And then you have Hillary and this kind of attempt to mask what the Clintons are really all about. And what the Clintons are all about, I think different than Obama, is themselves. Obama is an ideologue. We may not agree with his ideology, but there it is. The Clintons have been on the make. They've been on the make since the Arkansas days. They were profiting in the White House. I mean, how do you go from $0 to $300 million on a government salary? Is there even a plausible, legitimate way to do that? No. None of this came up in Philadelphia. It was all smoke and mirrors.
Interesting. Boy, that's a pretty brisk acceleration in the salary scale, I would say. Herman Cain, it's great to see you tonight. Let me ask you a question a little off topic, but it just has occurred to me. I've been thinking about it, actually. How has the Democratic Party been able to convince black voters that mass immigration is good for them when it undercuts their wages and pushes them out of the labor market? How have they been able to sell that lie?
Keep them in the dark. They deny them the information. All of the liberal outlets, like the ones you talked about, who provided 40% more coverage of the Democrat convention, they basically keep information away from black people. Secondly, they try to intimidate some conservatives into silence. You can tell that they haven't intimidated me into silence, but they use intimidation and they don't want them to know the facts. I must applaud Dinesh's movie. I happened to see it last weekend in Atlanta at a special viewing with Dinesh, and it is a great movie. It exposes the lies of the Democrat Party, the Democrats, from the beginning of this country on down. And secondly, what it does is that it not only exposes the lies, but one of the points that it brings out so vividly is how Hillary is stealing America, whereas Donald Trump is trying to save our society. It is as clear as night and day. Great movie, Dinesh. My hat's off to you.
So, Dinesh, I'm a little confused by this. So you have one candidate who, however inartfully, is making a play for representing the middle class. You have the other candidate who's taking all this money from the finance sector. The press, meanwhile, which claims to, comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable, has foursquare behind the elite candidate, the status quo candidate, the candidate of power. How did that happen? When did the press become the handmaiden to the people in power?
The Democratic Party narrative would never work if they didn't have three big megaphones that are rooting for them: academia,
yes,
Hollywood, and the media. Those are the three biggest megaphones of our culture. And so you can put
wait, all three of those groups say we're on the side of the little guy.
They do. And yet here you have the Clintons, and not only have they profited immensely from politics, but as the case of Haiti shows, we have this discussion of Haiti in the movie, where all this aid money is supposed to flow to earthquake relief in Haiti. The Clintons interpose themselves between the money and the Haitian people. Very little money gets to the intended recipients, and the coffers of the Clinton Foundation swell. So this is not Robin Hood. This is not robbing from the rich. It's actually robbing from the poor. And people are outside the Clinton Foundation, Haitians, demanding, Bill, Hillary, where's the Haiti earthquake money? And the media is nowhere to be seen.
Do you, Herman Cain, finally, do you expect that the Clinton Foundation will reemerge as a campaign issue as we get closer to November?
I believe it will. And I believe that there will be an investigation, but just like they have done with the whole email scandal regarding Hillary Clinton, the Justice Department is either going to deny going forward or they're going to drag it out past November. It's going to reemerge, but it's going to be drug out by the Justice Department by orders of the Obama administration, even though they claim that they're not involved in it. They are.
Herman Cain, Dinesh D'Souza. Dinesh's book is Hillary's America, The Secret History of the Democratic Party. It's what everybody in every plane I've been on this week is reading.
Thank you.
Coming up, Donald Trump slams Hillary Clinton for dodging the press. Our panel will have a reaction to that. And later, Democrats mention Donald Trump's name over 500